Welcome back inside our broadcast communication studios inside the library in the center of the campus of UNC Charlotte. Ryan Rose with you as we take a closer look now at women's soccer. Head coach John Cullen back for a fourth year. He's a senior now. after graduating, now 4 years as a head coach here. And I didn't realize that Lacey McGowan was one of your recruits before you got hired on, and you brought her here. She's a senior sitting with us here, and junior Sarah Ann Waugh also here. That's a kind of a cool story. You get someone that you build a relationship with. She trusts you, you trust her. I'm going somewhere else. Why don't you come play for me? How did that come about?
Absolutely, I agree with you. I mean, obviously when you were looking for recruits at the Division II level, you look at players who potentially you think in your own mind can play Division I. And so when the opportunity arose for me to get the position here at UNC Charlotte, obviously I was excited. Reached out to Lacey and her family. Always thought of her as a very high player, good character, good qualities, and I'd love for her to get on the Division I level. So it worked out really well for me and her.
You get an offer from a D2, and all of a sudden you get an offer from a D1 from the same guy. That's got to be a nice summer.
It was, yeah. It was definitely a new direction that I thought I was going, but very appreciative of it. And I know that being at Charlotte is definitely where I'm supposed to be, and I love it. Loved every minute I'm here. So. And
being from Georgia, that's put you 30 minutes closer to home than you would be if you were up in Salisbury.
That's true.
Statesville is where Sarah Ann is from, so you're we'll consider you a local kid, and you've been here for now your third season. Now you two are defenders on the team, and there's a lot of experience back there. Can you tell us about how confident you guys are defensively coming into this season?
I'm very confident, just based on what I've seen so far in preseason. Everyone seemed to be working together. It's going to be a strong year back there. Definitely.
Now up front, we'll see some new faces. You graduated a lot of players, and let's talk about some of the fresh faces coming in and some of the choices you're going to have coming up as the season gets going.
Yeah, like you said, we've graduated a lot of experienced players up front, so that's probably the part of the field that we've had the greatest turnover. So we've brought in a lot of young players to contend for those positions up front. We've also got a nice sophomore class that had a good spring breakout. So we're looking at some of our returners like Sarah Trexler, Dakota Olson, and obviously another senior, Carrie Dale, to contribute with the goals. But then there are other young players up front who are hopeful of big things. Lacey Myers, Tori Fabara. We're looking at Katie Thomas. There's probably about 9 players competing for those 3 spots. So that's one of those parts of preseason that's real competitive every day.
Now, as we look at the schedule for this year, you weren't given any nod of favor on this schedule. We're going to see you guys a lot in September. Virtually 6 of your 7 matches in September will be at Transamerica Field. Get your tickets now. Get online and find out when they're playing. But then October hits, and then boom, 5 straight matches on the road before you get to finish with 2 at home. That is kind of one of these, you need to build some momentum at home before you have to hit the road for quite a bit.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, like you said, we have to get some momentum going into conference play. And we put a very good non-conference schedule together, bringing in the likes of Wake Forest, last year's Final Four, Clemson, ACC. Those kind of games will get us prepared for the conference. But the conference is going to be a tough one this year. It's our last year in the A10. We definitely want to leave a good landmark and good statement. We're hoping to go out on a very positive note. But we're playing virtually all the top teams besides ourselves in the conference, and many of those on the road. So we've definitely got the challenge, but there's no better way to finish your last year in the Atlantic 10 with playing the best that there are out there. And we're excited. I mean, that road trip will say a lot about our season, but we can come out of there with a really positive string of results. It sets us up nicely.
Lacey, I know it's no fun to finish on the road. Thankfully, you do get your last 2 matches your senior year at home, including Butler, who we don't really know that much about, haven't played them, so that's got to be kind of a neat thing to be able to have senior day at home in the last weekend of the regular season.
It is, and you know that you always have familiar faces at home at that moment, and it just makes the whole day that much more just emotionally, I guess, fulfilling for you, I think, so it'll be great.
And I know Sarah Ann wants to make sure that the senior class gets sent off in style. Can you talk just a quick second about some of the home crowds that have come supported you guys over the years?
Yeah, so far since I've been here, they've been great. The best thing, there's no better thing than playing at home in front of your fans. Hearing them cheer you on in the late minutes of the game when you're exhausted, just their energy that they bring is just what keeps you going, and it's going to be a phenomenal way for the seniors this year to end their season here at home. And I know they're excited. We're excited for it too.
And a great place to play, of course, as you've been around the conference in the region, one of the nicer facilities to play in. And we keep adding to it every year. It keeps getting nicer and nicer. It's got to be a great place to recruit and also to play matches.
Oh, this is a fantastic place. You know, the Trans-America Soccer Stadium, the new tennis facility, the football stadium. I think UNC Charlotte could host the Olympics. It looks that good.
I think so too, and he's got a point. I've been here 7 years, and there aren't a whole lot of buildings that were here when I started. So, new construction, a lot of fun, and we expect to see you out at Trans-America Field as the ladies hit the pitch here in just a few weeks. And as I said, lots of matches in September, but don't forget about those 2 at the end of October as we send them out and then push them on to Rhode Island for the conference tournament. Hopefully, maybe some more after that. Hopefully that's the plan this year. John Cullen, thank you so much for dropping by.
Right.
Looks like we grabbed them right off the pitch. They're in full uniform. We've got Lacey McGowan and Sarah and Waugh. Thank you, ladies. Good luck, best of health, and have fun. Have fun this last year. That's what it's all about.
Thank you.
You can check out all of the sports at charlotte49ers.com. We will see you out on the field or on the courts. Go Niners.